Yeah, we can start doing it. There we go.
All right, here we are, guys. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Walking Alone podcast. This week we've got my friend Andy Lane on. He's Andy Lane of the Self-Portrait Project. Also, amazing photographer. Hanging out with us.
Hi.
Shoot the shit. Andy, let's...
Glad to be here.
Thanks for coming in, man.
I'm here too.
As
no
always,
deal,
we've
guys.
got Diego Lopez, of course. And, we've got Danny. Danny Screams of Danny Screams Studios. The knobs.
The mostly underappreciated Danny.
Yeah, the best dude. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, Andy, tell us a little bit about yourself. What's going on?
What's going on? First of all, I feel like every time you introduce Danny Screams, he should just be in the background. He should just like fucking scream.
He should have one of those little party poppers that you get at the supermarket. Go.
I don't know if that would translate well to radio.
It's more for us.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. What do you want to know? So I do this thing called the Self-Portrait Project, which is it's a visual archival project. It's a photo project that I've been doing for 4 years. The goal is to empower people in the creation of their own images. And Cornell, you've done it a bunch. Have you ever done it?
No, I've never done it.
Right. Basically, it involves a two-way mirror structure. The camera shoots through the two-way mirror, so you never see the camera. It's just you see your own reflection, and then you've got a trigger, so you take your own photo. So it's completely the way you want to be portrayed, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've just been doing it for a while, and be doing it till I die. Is the plan?
Awesome.
Yeah.
What was the starting off idea of it? To like, what was the catalyst for you deciding to do that?
I mean, there's a bunch of things. So one is that I was interning for this fashion photographer named Grace Scott, learning a lot about fashion photography and studio photography, and kind of wanting to do something creative on my own and not knowing what that could be. So that intention kind of led to the project. Also, I used to be a documentary photographer for this nonprofit called Other Worlds, and went all over the world. Basically, I went to societies where there were alternative economies, and I would go photograph them. So, like in Mali, there's a gifting economy. In Argentina, worker-controlled factories. In Brazil, landless workers movement. And as I was documenting these societies, I would also learn about the way that these economies were structured. And one common thread throughout all of them is that the people who are directly affected by decisions are the ones who make those decisions. So, for example, at worker-controlled factories, the workers, there's no bosses. They take turns being on a committee that decides how things are run. Everyone's paid the same exact amount, and they like kind of rotate through the committee. And it's just kind of a more equitable way to do things. So I kind of took that concept and applied it to photography. How would that look if, the person in the photograph was actually the photographer?
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, it's definitely what Cornell was explaining to me what you were doing with the project you were doing with this person taking their own pictures. Kind of like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like it's
a really simple concept.
Yeah.
I mean, initially I kind of just wanted to see if I could shoot a camera through a two-way mirror, and then it kind of built from there. Was it
hard? Do you have like a special kind of two-way mirror?
No, it's just a regular two-way mirror.
Nice.
I don't know. I built the first structure out of 2x4s and this huge curtain. It's just really unwieldy. Yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, you got to do it sometime. It's fun.
I would absolutely love to do it.
Right.
You tell me you have one place where it's set up now for good. Like
so normally I travel with the structure and I set it up. So it's kind of a portable studio kind of thing. But I've got a permanent one wall mounted at this bar, Passenger Bar in Williamsburg. It's on South 3rd and Roebling. And it's wall mounted. There's a foot pedal switch. So you step on it, that takes your photo. it gets wirelessly transmitted to an iPad that's set up right next to it, and then you can email the photo to yourself.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's a stopgap measure. I've got an iPhone app coming out, which will basically you walk up to the mirror with your phone, and your phone becomes a trigger. You fire with your phone, and then the photos go right to your phone, and you can upload it to the archive. You can tag it, email it, message, all that stuff.
Wow. So awesome. 4 years now, how many photos do you have?
I have over 300,000.
Jesus Christ, self-portraits.
Yeah.
Wow, you must have a lot of...
I've edited through every single one.
Whoa, my God.
It's crazy to see how the photos progress over the evenings.
Yeah.
It's like it usually starts out, a couple of people with their friends. Sometimes boobs come out.
I'm looking it up now.
I've gotten a few dick watches.
Oh, those are great.
It's terrible.
Danny.
God damn you, Danny.
One time I was with my friend Jesse. You know Jesse Neal, Seth Rogen, who actually I interviewed you like a couple years ago for Jesse's magazine, which is like that shit never happened, man. Like they had the interview, and they like when that interview went, they were kind of in the process of doing, are we going to stay with internet, or they had done a couple of print issues, and they're going to see if they're going to keep going more with print or more with internet, and then I don't know.
Then nothing happened.
Yeah, then nothing happened. But anyway, one night Andy and I were, Jesse, we were taking photos, and these girls come up to us, and they're like, oh, let's take pictures with you, and we're like, yeah, sure.
Was it at Goodco?
Yeah, it's a good company, yeah. And so eventually they, like, I had kind of forgotten this, for whatever reason. They like start lifting up their shirts, and then the next day I looked on Facebook because the galleries were posted, and I looked, and like one of the girls who was like lifting up her shirt and like pressing all up against us and shit was a friend of mine's girlfriend at the time.
Oh,
and I was like,
Jesus.
Shit.
Yeah.
Luckily, none of those photos were on like the booby photos.
Yeah.
Weren't on the I guess you'd like.
No, those are in my archive now.
But like
just for me.
As I saw the photos, I was like, oh, I know her.
Yeah. No, I've gotten pretty good at kind of figuring out which ones to post and not.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I will still get people who email me the next day, and they're like, man, can you please take down this photo? Like, I'm not supposed to be kissing this dude. I don't want my boyfriend to see her.
God.
Yeah.
Well, you live and learn. I guess having the availability of a photo booth in a bar like that, it seems a little dangerous at times. You're stupid.
And, for me, my challenge has always been to elevate in this project beyond just a photo booth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because that's it's the best way to describe it to most people, because people know what a photo booth is.
Yeah.
But for me, the quality of the image is the most important.
Mm-hmm.
And just the overall idea of the project as an archival project. But if I didn't get really amazing portraits at bars, like doing it at bars, I wouldn't do it. But I can do it, do the project at Goodco on a Saturday night, and at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., people will take just like an amazing, just a photo. You could take it out of the context and just put it on a wall, and people would be like, that's a great photo. That to me is what motivates me. That's what interests me. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely see characters kind of develop.
Yeah.
Like when you get people on this, like taking portraits in a social situation like that, I think that, I guess that's the whole point of the project, is to kind of get people to, I guess, not really create a character, but have a character come out that is kind of them anyway. Yeah.
I mean, for me, they're mostly, they're honest photos, and the mirror brings that out. And the best way to do it, as far as I'm concerned, is by yourself, one person, because that's where you're the most vulnerable, and that's where you have the most empowerment. Picking when to click and all that. But it's hard to be dishonest when you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Even if you're trying to present yourself as an alternate personality that comes through in the photo. And I'm still constantly surprised by the pictures that people take of themselves. Like, as a photographer, and when I shot portraiture, or even when I shoot fashion, it'll take me 10, 20, 30 photos to get one really amazing photo that I love. And that to me is an honest photo, like a vulnerable photo. But people, when they do the project for the first time, they get it in the first couple, just because of the mirror, because they have that the power to pick the moment. You know, it's awesome. I love it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So you were recently in Haiti.
Yeah.
With that project Haiti. So how'd that happen? Yeah.
So I mean, the intention. You know, I talked a little bit about working for this nonprofit and going all over the world, and just kind of wanted to bring it back and bring the self-portrait project kind of to those communities. Because in addition to like just a fun kind of photo booth thing, it has, it can be an empowering tool, you know? So I wanted to bring it to some place where people were marginalized or victimized, in order to let them tell their own stories. You know, it's a storytelling tool, visual storytelling. So we were funded by this foundation called the Pinkstone Foundation. It was their first project, and they funded us to go to Haiti. We were there 3 weeks ago for about a week to highlight the housing crisis there. So everyone knows about the earthquake. It's a huge deal. People were donated, you know, tons and tons. But almost 4 years later, there's still over 300,000 people without homes in Haiti. They live in these epic, huge tent encampments all over the country. Very little access to running clean water, sanitation. There's tons and tons of violence that happens because there's no security. Women are raped left and right all the time. It's a really bad deal, you know. And the rest of the world has largely forgotten about Haiti. It's not on anyone's map. So we just kind of went there, went to the encampments. We were partnering with these community groups, Haitian-led activists to go in and let people take their photos.
Man.
Yeah.
It's really crazy how, there'll be a tragedy like that, like what happened in Haiti, and everyone seems so involved and so wants to help, but then something else happens, and it's another tragedy, but there seems to be so many lined up, tragedy after tragedy. It's so hard to like keep in touch of what's still being really difficult.
And the mainstream media is part of that.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, of the $1.6 billion that went to Haiti in aid, I think the number is like 23% of that actually went to Haitian people. Like, it's really fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
A lot of it went to the U.S. government. Like, they'd sent 5,000 troops in right afterwards, and like 387 million went to the government to like fund it. The Red Cross, same story. Like a lot of the money that was donated to the Red Cross it went to their organizational fees.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Red Cross recently had that thing with their CEO getting paid like over $600,000 a year. It's like, why do you need to make that much when you work for what should be? It's a nonprofit, and you're helping people. Why are you making so much money?
I mean, the NGO situation, NGOs going into Haiti is a huge problem. There's a guy, Mark Schuler, who wrote a book called Killing with Kindness, all about how well-intentioned or maybe not that well-intentioned NGOs going into Haiti have largely fucked the country over more, you know?
Oh, wow.
So when we went in with the Self-Portrait Project, we would go in, we were partnering with these community activists, and we would have a meeting with the encampment leaders first, and most of them were very skeptical about what we were doing because they see it time and time again, like Western other groups, nonprofits going in, being like, "We're going to do this for you," and then they just leave and nothing happens. at all.
A lot of
They're
empty
still in their
promises. Yeah.
Yeah. So for us, getting the images was the first part, but this is where the real work begins: is how do we take these images and actually catalyze real change for these people? You know, and it's not real change is going to have to come from the Haitian people. They're going to have to lead it, but they're going to lead it from their point of view in Haiti. And I think our role is to kind of pressure the U.S. government and the United Nations and do it that way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a great point, because when I was looking into you and the self-portrait project, and you going to Haiti, and my first thought was like, how is you bringing a photo booth to Haiti going to help people that don't have drinking water? But then I started thinking about it more, and it's like, oh, now I get to see the people that are there.
Yeah.
And it really connects me to what they're going through, and it's way different that way.
The concept is, I mean, it could be definitely, I can see how people would think it's very trite, but really the goal is to, number one, to document or have people document their own situations in the encampments in a way where it is ultimately empowering for them, because they've been disempowered time and time again. We wanted to go in and let them document themselves, in the way that, it wasn't like we were like, hey, look, who here was raped? Can I take your photo? Or like, who has been a victim? There's a sensitivity there. We set up, it's like, if you want to shoot yourself, cool. If not, fine. But I mean, really the photos are just a jumping off point. It's a place to start a discussion. And this is all an experiment for me too. It's not like I don't have any answers, but I have an idea about where I would like to see it go. And one of the ideas is, so many people in Brooklyn have done the project. A lot of people have done it, and the idea was like, I don't know, if you've done the project and you see these portraits of Haitian people who've also done the project, want you to feel some kind of empathy. Like, you guys have a shared experience.
Yeah.
They're not like the other. They're like you,
Yeah.
And then maybe that would catalyze something.
Yeah, it's like the whole idea of, the kind of one of the ways to fix everything in this planet and help other people is for other people to, for everyone to be aware of everyone's situation. Like you said, like, not be disconnected, but having shared experiences. Like, oh, you like Voltron too? I mean, that's a terrible example, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
It's, having, like, there's so many people on Earth right now, and there's so many different people that are connected in certain ways, through the internet or whatever. But then there's still like a large, like, disconnection as well. So you might see someone on Facebook or whatever, or Twitter, or whatever personality you follow on those different social media websites, but you don't really get to see, like with those photos, you don't really get to see their face, or you don't get to see that true picture of them. And then when you kind of get to see them in like that environment in the background, and then there's one photo where it was a mother holding her child from your project, and I was like, man, that, like, I don't know what it was about that, but something about that photo like really hit home with me, and I was like, fuck, like, that's like, we really are all the same. I mean, I think like that anyway, but seeing it in a photo, seeing, like, it's like you're looking at them face to face, because they're it's like with the mirror, they're seeing what you're seeing what they want you to see of them. Yeah.
I mean, having gone through over 300,000 photos, edited, gone through all of them in so many faces, one thing I've kind of seen is people are the same, and not like generic the same, but like people, we're all humans. We do the same thing. People react the same way. And that should be an optimistic thing. Like, we're all just, we're all just trying to do our best. Buckminster Fuller, he's one of my favorite dudes. Do you guys know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know of him.
What's that?
I know of him.
Yeah.
We had brunch.
We're not buddies.
Bucky? Yeah. He was the guy who invented like the geodesic dome, and whatever. But he had this. He built this map of the world. It's fucking awesome. He kind of like he cut out the map so that it's all in triangles. Basically, it's laid out so there's no north or south, east or west. It looks like the whole world is an archipelago of like an island, basically. And kind of the whole point was like, if you look at us like that, we're just all on the same archipelago of islands. Versus,
it's cool. I see it
in different. You see it?
Yeah, there you go. Cornell.
Yeah,
we'll post it.
Yeah, it's hanging on my wall. It's fucking.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But
it's a great. Yeah, it's a great way of thinking it because we get so caught up in you're from this country and I'm from this country and you're that color and I'm this color.
You're this religion.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yo, we're on the same rock. We're on the same floating rock. Let's all be cool to each other.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Speaking of floating rocks, man.
Drinking water now.
Oh yeah. So I say
poop?
No, I say speaking of a lot. Yeah,
it's the walking low drinking game is when Cornell says speaking of.
Yeah, I say that a lot. And for those of you listening at home or in your cars, take a shot. Not if you're driving, but if you're at home.
Wait, is this live?
No.
Oh. No.
It's live in people's cars.
Yeah.
So speaking of what, Cornell?
Chasing Ice, that documentary. We were watched a clip of that earlier. Kind of like the changing environment, but man, that shit's crazy. Mm-hmm. Seeing those huge. So for those of you that might not know or may have not
been in the room with us 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, there's this documentary called Chasing Ice. You can look it up on YouTube. There are clips of it. Is it National Geographic?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I think it's like independent something. But anyway, you guys should look it up. Those of you guys listening, and there's this really great clip of it on YouTube. If you just do a YouTube search for glacial calving or glacier calving, size of Manhattan, anything to that effect, you can see this image. But basically, there's this huge like chunk of this glacier that's like the size of Lower Manhattan that falls off. It's all the water underneath is melting and just like huge chunks of it fall off. And I don't know, that just made me think of that.
That was really, I mean, we watched it before we started recording. That was a pretty intense video of fucking huge amount of ice falling into the ocean.
I mean, the gist is this dude kind of, his goal was to document visually what climate scientists have been talking about for ages, you know, or like, just to document global warming in action, just to show people.
Yeah.
And it's that much more powerful when you just see, like what you're talking about, the glacial calving or whatever.
Yeah.
Just see that.
That time lapse of it was nuts.
Yeah.
Just layer after layer falling.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, they say, in the past 100 years, it only receded 8 miles, but in the past 10 years, it receded 9 miles.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That shit's nuts.
The way he went about it was really cool because I don't remember how many cameras. Do you guys remember how many cameras he used?
Not exactly, no.
But, he set them up in these little Pelican cases, a bunch, and just like strapped them and anchored them all over the place and just did like time lapse for a year or?
Yeah, something like a little over.
Crazy amount of time.
More than that. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty intense.
Jesus. What, oh, yeah. So getting back to before, I mean, Andy and I have known each other for a while now, and we did have that previous interview. But I always thought it was cool that you said that like what kind of really got you into photography was fucking around with your dad's camera.
Yeah.
When you were a kid.
Yeah.
What was it like a?
It was a little Kodak Instamatic.
Mm-hmm.
Took Instamatic film. It was like a cartridge, I don't know, like they don't make it anymore, obviously.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know. It was like 7 or 8. Took a trip to the zoo with the school. Yeah.
You're just like that cool kid.
I don't know
like
if I was cool. I was like taking pictures of pigeons and stuff.
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
Northern Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Outside of DC, McLean. I was born in Rochester, which is where Kodak is from, which is awesome.
Oh, I
shit.
know that.
I know
Yeah.
Huh.
And I'm looking at the the portraits, and I think I found my favorite one. This guy's really cool.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah. That's one of the camp leaders.
That's
Were they like? I mean, you're camp leaders, so they must have been.
They're self-organizing, you know.
Okay.
I mean,
yes.
yeah.
Were they? How long till like someone actually went up and tried it? Were they really like
Tried.
terrified of what you were doing, or scared of it? You know, like, or angry?
You know, again, we were very explicit about partnering with Haitian activists, really being intentional about not replicating what so many other people have done, which is just go in and be like, we know what's best for you. Versus working with actual Haitians. So we had really good partners on the ground. I'm lucky enough to I co-founded Other Worlds, that nonprofit that I shot with the co-founder is this woman Beverly Bell, and she's amazing. She's been an activist in Haiti since she was 19, like years and years and years. She was President Aristide's personal English teacher. Used to, pass notes to political prisoners under the Baby Doc Duvalier regime, and so she's built these connections over like the past 3 decades that we were able to use. There's
cool.
an implicit trust based on
Good.
the connections that she made. So people they accepted us
Nice.
for the most part. Yeah.
Good. That's a smart way of doing it. Not
Yeah.
just going in and going, "Hey, we're from America here.
Yeah.
This is better for you."
Yeah.
Yeah, that like I like that picture. Also, there's that one and then a couple of others. But yeah, that's another one of those things where you like that guy just kind of like shooting that pose.
Yeah.
Like I see people around here do that shit all the time.
Right.
Like that's kind of what happens when you do it. Like everyone. It's like you're saying, everyone kind of ends up doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like it's
I kind of regret not being there longer because we went to 4 encampments and we were only there for 1 day each. We only had a week. It would have been a different thing if we went back, another day and just people, I think would be a little bit more loose about it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them were pretty stoic. Mm-hmm. The adults, the kid shots are awesome. They're just kids are like drunk people.
Yeah.
Like they're like drunk adults.
Yeah.
They just they're just uninhibited.
Really
Like-
horny.
I saw this comedian who was talking about, said that little kids are like homeless people because they're always like walking around and be like, hey, can I get $1? Hey, can I get some food? Can I get a ride?
Jerks.
Yeah, I fucking hate them, kids.
Kids are the worst.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, did you hear about the 9-year-old who snuck on that flight?
No.
So there's this gangster ass 9-year-old in Minneapolis, and he's in an airport and sneaks on not even sneaks, walks onto a flight to go to and goes to Vegas.
What?
So he like sneaks in, walks or whatever, and he takes someone's bag from the carousel thing. He sits at a restaurant and orders food. He's 9 years old, orders food. And so I guess he gets the food, eats it, and he tells the server, I'm going to go use the bathroom. This is my bag. And never comes back and just leaves. And just goes to Vegas.
Holy shit.
Like a fucking little gangster.
Wow.
And like people are like, oh, that's weird. Like all the TSA kind of thing. They're like trying to explain it. But man, that shit's fucking crazy how it's as crazy as it's been for security checkpoints ever. And yet a 9-year-old kid can still get in.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying now because I don't know how much more they're going to jack it up with. Now you have to wear this outfit that everyone gets mailed to their house to go to the airport. So we all match. And like how much crazier can it get at airports for people flying?
Yeah, because Webster could like potentially get on there. He's an adult and
He's
looks
an
like
adult who may be dead at this
Is he still
point.
alive?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Stewart?
Lewis.
Emmanuel
Yeah.
Lewis. Damn it. Who's Emmanuel Stewart?
I don't know, but Patrick Stewart is
That's
Captain
what I'm
Picard,
thinking of. All right.
who just got married actually recently.
What?
Yeah.
He's like 100.
Yeah, I think he's like 73, 74,
The-
married at the
A 35-year-old or something?
Yeah, she's a jazz singer.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They still exist?
Oh yeah, no, I saw that. It was on Gawker or some shit, like him being stoned as fuck, and he's giving his girlfriend acting lessons on like a double take, and then he teaches her like the triple take, and then he teaches her like the quadruple take or some shit, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's a funny
Her name
guy.
is Sunny Ozell.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like a real name.
what's weird, that I was when you were talking about that 9-year-old kid, I was gonna Google search the story. I just typed in 9-year-old, and
He comes.
this is what comes up: 9-year-old gives birth, 9-year-old party ideas, and 9-year-old twerking.
Oh Jesus, those are really.
So that means those are probably like the most searched Google jams.
Dude, do you know
Which is crazy.
who married Patrick Stewart in Ozone, whatever her name is?
Ozone.
Freaking Magneto.
Yeah.
Ian,
He did.
Ian
McKellen?
Ian McKellen, he did it. That's amazing.
Serena.
He did it dressed as Magneto. No, that would have been great.
Yeah. Gosh, that would have been awesome if they were dressed as Magneto, Captain Picard, and then
I
Jillian
always
green.
wish, like, because there was that one thing on Ellen a while back where Dennis Quaid does the prank where he goes into Starbucks. You ever see that one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious. I'll look it up. But he gets mic'd up and Ellen is going to talk in his ear and he has to repeat everything she says. So he goes into the Starbucks that's in the Warner Brothers lot. And as he walks in, she yells in his ear to say, Dennis Quaid is here. So he yells, Dennis Quaid is here. And everyone kind of stops and like looks at him all weird. And so like he like orders something really stupid and he like asks for water and gargles it like because she's telling him what to do. But I like the idea of actors really purposely going over the top. So like if an actor that's known for a sci-fi character or a comic book character like wore the outfit out and about to go get pizza, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
They don't take advantage of that stuff. I don't know why.
Stephen Colbert did something like that where he's in the studio and he's wearing an upside down trash can on his head with an iPhone facing him.
Okay.
And then he has someone in Times Square also wearing a trash can on his head with an iPad facing out of Colbert's face, like they're FaceTiming.
Uh-huh.
And so Colbert's, it's like Colbert's face on an iPad on some, like an intern's body. Uh-huh. And Colbert Colbert can see like what's going on through FaceTime. And he's just like screaming at people and like starting shit with people in Times Square. That's awesome. But it's like the intern who has to deal with the shit because it's one of the funniest segments I've ever seen.
That's so great.
It's like RoboCop 2. Did you guys ever see that movie?
I didn't see RoboCop 2, no.
So in RoboCop 2, the new RoboCop that they build is like, it's more like a tank.
Oh
type
yeah,
thing.
yeah. It looks like one of those video games.
Yeah, but then like the head looks like a mech, like a robotic head. It's not like cyborg style, like Peter Weller's RoboCop. But the thing opens up, and like a thing that looks like a screen that looks like an iPad, like a little LCD screen, comes out, and you see the dude's face, and so it kind of reminded me of that. Like the thing opens up, and like this little flat panel pops out, and you see the dude's face, and that's how he interacts. The dude that's actually inside.
Oh, because there's a person in it.
Yeah, because it's a cyborg. But they only took his brain. It wasn't like when original RoboCop they took like his mouth or whatever. Like they just took his brain, put it in there, so you see a digital image of that dude's face. So they were ahead of their time.
They were. Right. There's a new one coming out too, right?
Yeah.
Who's playing RoboCop this time?
I don't know.
Some dude. Some jerk.
Yeah,
That's Timothy Oliphant or something.
Something like that.
Before we started recording, I was looking up just stuff online, and I found the new Frankenstein trailer.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
And here, who would have guessed? It looks stupid. But the problem with all these things is the same problem I had with the new Star Trek movies is that they're taking things from the past and now just making them really sexy. And it's like, well, I don't think Frankenstein was supposed to be sexy. And it's, what's his name? Aaron Eckhart as Frankenstein, but he doesn't even he's not gray. He doesn't have any scars or any like thing in his neck. He's just a dude who has like basically superpowers. And there's explosions and it's like, oh man, like just make up a new monster, new thing.
Yeah.
Why is that the Frankenstein?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the new Star Trek movies.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
I think they're awesome.
Yeah.
You know, J.J. Abrams, seriously. I'm excited about the new Star Wars that he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Disney.
Oh, is it with Disney?
I think they own it now, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing that they own. Oh. I mean, whatever. That's cool.
Yeah, I did like that new Star Trek. It took me a while.
It's entertaining.
Yeah. It took me a while though because I don't know, for people who are regular listeners, they know that I am a Star Trek purist. And no, but yeah. Man, I'm such a nerd. So show you guys,
Except you fight people.
But to let you guys,
Madison Square Garden.
to let you guys
So you
know
can punch. Yeah, okay.
how nerdy I am. When
Right.
I was a kid, when the Top Gun video game came out,
There was a Top Gun video game?
Fuck yeah, it was awesome. You couldn't land.
When
the
you said
plane.
Top Gun, I instantly heard the theme music of them taking off highway to the danger zone.
Yeah, dude,
That just popped in my head.
it was so hard
It's
to
the
land.
time here.
So hard to land the plane. But I had this other nerdy friend, and we were like I had like one friend growing up, and like one real friend, and we were both real big dorks. So we would take turns being Goose and Maverick. So we would like have the Nintendo controller. We'd be sitting on the ground like Indian style, and like one person would be sitting in front and the other dude would be sitting in back and like giving each other instructions. But I mean, it's on a fucking TV screen, so you can see what's going on. But we're like, oh, there's a MiG at your
You were
three.
like, you would lean together.
Yeah, we do all kinds of dumb shit. But yeah, when I saw that Star Trek, it took me a while to get into it. It's like, that's not Kirk, that's not Spock.
Yeah.
But when I kind of took that away and thought of it as like alternate reality kind of thing, it ended up being an awesome movie, man.
Yeah.
I liked it.
There's two now, right?
Yeah, there's two.
It's two. Yeah.
There's it's like the Wrath of Khan was the second.
But
it was kind of like
darkness. Yeah.
it was like before Wrath
That
of
dude,
Khan,
the guy who played Khan, is awesome actor.
Yeah, Cumberbach.
Yeah.
Metropolitan. Or what the fuck is his name?
What?
Cumberbitch.
Yeah, his name sounds like a mutual fund.
He's Sherlock Holmes in Sherlock, that BBC show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna look him up right now. What's
Cumberbatch.
We're looking it up now.
His name is Benedict Cumberbatch.
One more time.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict?
Yeah, Benedict is his name. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And he did a good job?
Yeah, he was awesome, man. He was so good. I think, honestly, for that character, I think that he was better than Ricardo Montalban.
Really?
Because Ricardo Montalban added like a little. He was intense, but he added like a little bit of cheesiness to it, which I guess
It's fucking Star Trek.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like,
Right?
Cheese is required,
Yeah, I guess you're right.
which is hard for me to say.
Vegan.
I'm a vegan.
Cheese is required. But yeah, that movie was awesome. Getting back to weird. It's not really weird, but like land formations.
Okay.
Did you guys ever see a video of the Serra Pelada Mountains in Brazil?
No.
You being a jiu-jitsu guy, I thought maybe you would.
Maybe.
know.
I've been all over Brazil, so.
you do jiu-jitsu. Don't you know anything about Brazil?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know
Don't
this? I've got a Brazilian friend. Do you know him?
Yeah. Don't you?
I love that. I get sometimes someone will be like, "Hey, do you know this dude? His name is like Dan Kwan," or like just out of the blue.
Because he's Asian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I know all the Asians.
Was he at the meeting last week?
Huh?
Did he come to the meeting? It was in Chinatown.
It's like the Joey Chinatown.
Joey Chinatown.
But
I thought the person was going to say that because the person they were suggesting was a photographer.
Oh.
That would make
No.
a little more sense because it's a
that-
smaller world.
Yeah. That would make a lot more sense.
But Asian, that's just rude.
I had a woman ask me if I spoke English once.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
When you're having sex?
Yes.
Well, I figure we've gotten this far. Yeah. Might as well, get past that language barrier. But yeah, Serra Pelada was this mountain that these Brazilians built a camp around because it was just full of gold. It was like super, super rich in gold.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way they found out about it is apparently some kid, I don't know how much truth there is or is from Wikipedia. So, but the legend goes that this kid was just like, playing around. They call it a mound, but it's just a big like mound of like mud basically and rock. But it's
The fuck is a mountain then?
Oh yeah. But it's just like super rich in gold. And so apparently kids would go and they would play. But one kid one day, like they would find like little pieces of gold here and there. But then one kid found like, it was like apparently I think it was like 4 or 5 pound.
Oh
like,
my God.
chunk of gold. And so this kid brought it to his parents. they're like, oh my gosh, don't tell me about this, all that. But then people found out about it, and they built this huge camp around it. It was so big that the government came in and started regulating it. So the people that were actually finding stuff got
Imprisoned?
Yeah, they became slaves.
Of course.
There's this movie called Powakatsi, which is the second part of Koyaanisqatsi, and the opening of this movie is just people like these slave workers just like carrying huge bags of like just mud and dirt, because they were so rich in gold, and they had such a high chance of finding gold in the ore that it was more cost effective for them just to bring dirt down to the bottom and then sift through it and get all the gold out of it. So these people just like walk up to the top of this mountain and carry these huge sacks.
Is that still happening?
No. It happened a while back.
Okay.
Like this was like back in the
Months and months ago.
Yeah, this was it was like back in it was like I don't want to say the wrong year, but it's
Just
probably
pick
like
one.
80s,
80s, yeah, that was a good
70s,
one.
80s, something like that. I could be totally wrong.
Did you ever see The Rundown?
No.
It was a really silly movie with The Rock and Sean William Scott, but The Rock goes to Brazil to grab Sean William Scott, but Christopher Walken owns a gold mine, and I'm imagining that place because it's a little. They're just carrying dirt up. Yeah,
It was. Let me look at this up. See what year this was.
he had great hair in the movie. Wow,
Yeah,
it's my gold.
1979.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, 1979 is like when this whole thing started.
That's crazy.
So,
What's it look like now?
it's just empty. They took
big
it all
hole
out.
in the ground.
Yeah.
Wow.
No gold.
So we should go there and find
Yeah.
some gold.
Yeah, huge. So basically, there's the whole thing. So apparently, like huge nuggets were quickly discovered. The biggest weighing 15 pounds.
What?
A 15-pound gold nugget. And
I've
that's
never
what
heard
started
of that.
this. Yeah, that's what started this huge gold rush.
So a child picked up 15 pounds of gold?
Yeah, because this dude,
I
it was on
believe
this
it.
dude's.
That kid must have some good core strength.
He worked out with kettlebells every day.
He made a gold kettlebell out of the
Yeah.
nugget.
he squatted it, and then he was. But yeah, it's crazy. There's I slipped in. Did you guys hear that? I slipped in a little Chris Walken there, so it's crazy.
I
But
guess.
there's-
That wasn't very good.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I do a terrible Christopher Walken. But yeah, there's this footage of the opening of Powakatsi where you just see people die. There's people carrying their friends down.
What?
'Cause it's just so hard work. It's
And this is a documentary?
yeah, it's amazing, man. It's basically it's a movie without narrative. Have you seen Koyaanisqatsi? So it's like a movie without narrative, but it tells a story. Philip Glass does all the music over it, so it's completely scored, and there's no dialogue. It's just images.
Visually, it's one of the most amazing things.
Yeah, it
you can
is
see. It's awesome.
amazing. So let's see.
So Morgan Freeman isn't talking. How unfortunate. What a waste.
Yeah, they dropped the ball on that one. It totally could have been.
So like I get the same like I want to watch this now, but I have the same feeling like when someone tells me I need to watch a movie with subtitles. It's like, oh, all right, I'll watch it, but I'm a little bummed out.
Yeah, that's good though. It's good. You should be bummed out because when I first heard about Koyaanisqatsi, I was like, oh really? I'm gonna watch this shit. But then I just sat there and I watched it and I was like,
all you got to do is start the movie.
Yeah.
It'll capture you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
You know.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It was amazing. But here's like that.
Let me see.
This is what those people do, man. They just carry the.
That's exactly what it looks like in the rundown.
Wait, on your
Oh, really?
Is the podcast? Is it also visual? Like,
No.
Is it like a video? So
Maybe one day.
that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then you can
we-
just like throw in like that image.
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
For now, Diego will post stuff to the website. I'll post links to my Twitter. Like when, it's like so people can see, what they're. What we're
Nobody's
referencing.
listening.
What are you
This is
talking about,
for
man?
our own enjoyment.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've talked to Danny. He thinks it would be a good idea. He's got lights in here and stuff.
Yeah.
Right, Danny? Yep. Yeah, Danny says yep. Maybe, yeah. Listeners, if you guys want to would like to watch, we're attractive people,
Yeah, we're all very handsome.
especially you.
Oh, thanks, man. With my eyeliner scar.
I like it, Eric.
I like it too. I was looking at it the other day in the mirror and I was like, oh no, is it fading?
You should have taken a picture.
I should have. Oh shit, I should have.
Hey, you, right? Because that's what you do?
Yeah.
Pictures of
Yeah. I'm a photographer.
You're a picture taker. So what's on the horizon, like what do you have planned next?
The next thing is I have to train for the Big Buck Hunter World Championships.
Oh
yes,
yeah,
that's
fuck, I want to
right.
talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a week to
What
qualify.
a great sentence. I have to train. for the
Yeah,
Big Buck.
I should be doing that right now. I got to go. Yeah, I have to play a fuckload of games. So stupid this year.
So you are ranked?
I was ranked. I got 5th in the world in 2010.
Fifth in, let's stop for a second.
Yeah.
5th in the fucking world, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's pretty great. But I
you fell
I
off
should
of
be
it
winning.
helping people in Haiti?
No. Well, I mean, the year after I got trapped in Vermont when Hurricane Irene hit, and I wasn't even able to qualify. So that sucked. And then last year I just kind of shit the bed. But this year I'm going to do fine. I'm going to do great. I'm going to win the whole thing. My whole thing is I'm going to win the world championships so I can write the first Big Buck Hunter book. My name on the circuit is the Big Buck Ninja, which was given to me. Probably not because I'm Asian.
No. Is it because you
It's
wear a
'cause I'm
ninja
Asian.
outfit when you're doing it?
I don't even know who made it up. Anyway, and so this book is going to be called Zen and the Art of Big Buck Hunter by the Big Buck Ninja.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Where is this competition held?
It's in Chicago this year. Last year was in New York. Usually it's in Chicago.
How many people compete?
64.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they need 64
There's a
arcade
ladies
machines
tournament.
then?
No, there's I think they always change it. There's like at least 4 that are being used at any given moment for the competition. Then there's just a bunch that you can practice on beforehand.
So is there like a qualification do they have qualifications?
Yeah, that's what's happening right now. It's silly. I mean, you qualify. So the tournament, the championship is in double shooter. It's called shootout, where you're competing with someone else at the same time for the same animals. So like it's and qualifying is in single shooter. So you're going for a high score by yourself. So it's a little skewed because you get seeded for the world championships based on it's a different game.
Yeah,
it's similar skill sets but not the same. Yeah.
How did you start this? How did you fall into this?
It's fucking hilarious.
Spending a lot of time at the
the
levee?
whole thing. I love it. But now I was bartending at this place called Mama's Bar on 3rd and B. And the summer was slow as shit. We got a Big Buck Hunter machine. I was like, just played it all the time. I was like, I think I'm pretty good. I'm not sure. And then there was a regional finals, and I went and qualified for the first world championship.
That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I've been in the New York Times for it. I've been in Penthouse magazine. That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I felt conflicted about that, like showing my mom. I was like, should I show this to her?
Yeah.
You just,
Hey, Mom,
but you get it, but you censor it with tape. So it's just
Don't look at page 36.
That's right.
I've seen it stuff. I know.
Yeah, page 69. No, yeah, it's good shit. So there's this bar that a friend of ours owns called Good Company in Brooklyn, and did Ben get that machine? Did you have any influence in him getting that Big Buck Hunter?
I was responsible for that machine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are those things still in production, or you have to just find someone?
Yeah,
that has
now
it?
it's Big Buck HD. So it's a whole different game than what you might be used to.
Is that what you're playing in the competition?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like arcade, like stand-up machines are so rare now. Do you have to get them custom made, or are they all made to order? Or you
go through a vendor. So the main vendor in New York City is Emerson, and like Ben would you know, you'd call Emerson and be like, I want a pool table, I want a big buck hunter machine, and blah, blah, blah. And then they'll just go and install it. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I used to love arcades when I was a kid. Imagine that.
I'm not good at other like arcade games. I'm not like a gamer. I don't play first or single shoot.
First person.
Yeah,
first
first
person.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a first person shooter guy either. Like those games are so huge right now.
Yeah.
So whenever people find out that I like video games, like I'm the type of person I don't. Of course, growing up, I played video games a lot, and I played fighting games and like space shooters. I like the sci-fi shit, but I just don't play as much as fuck, it's like I can't even remember the last time I actually sat down to play a game. But I grew up with them, and I love games so much that it's still a part of who I am. I reference Street Fighter all the time when I'm at the gym, like sparring with my friends and shit. I mean, we talk about Street Fighter, and it's that's what we do. But growing up, I spent a lot of time with my dad in arcades, and it's like one of those things that they just don't exist anymore, you know. And there was, when I was living in Virginia, there was one place called I can't remember the name of this place, but it was it was kind of like, I guess, like an Emerson's type place. That's the place, Emerson?
No, Emerson's a vending company that supplies, you know, pool tables and games to all the bars in New York.
Yeah, that's what what this place was I was talking about in Virginia, in Richmond. It wasn't an arcade, but they had a showroom, so you could walk in and see what they had and see what they could get for you.
Right.
So even though none of the video games were on, and obviously I had no intention of going in there and buying games for my apartment or anything, but I would still like something about like an arcade cabinet. I would just sometimes, if I was walking down the street, I would just kind of poke my head in, like, oh man, that looks cool, and just look at it, and then I'd walk out and continue going where I was going.
Yeah. No, it's a romantic notion, like the old arcade games. It's like photo booths, like old school, real photo booths. There's something just so great about just the visceral nature of like a thing you can walk into or walk up to and hold
be
and
on
touch.
it.
Yeah.
Like
Everything's so like touch screen these days, and
and there's such a weird disconnect from. Like the games are a little more like intense and realistic, but there's something different about like going up to like a piece of like, it's almost like a piece of art that you can like interact with. There's like beautiful wooden cabinets. You can like walk up to them and like you kind of feel like you're part of it. It's like you can like feel like the finish on it, and you got like the joystick, and you like play with the joystick.
He made a jerking off hand motion.
But it was really cool, like the tactile sensation of pushing those buttons and like hitting the stick a certain way, and having the speakers be right there in front of you, and standing in front of this thing. And I don't know, it's a weird thing. It's a lot different than
being at home,
sitting at home with like a PlayStation controller.
Our buddy Akira got Street Fighter yesterday, and he was live tweeting him playing the game.
Yeah, dude, that made me so happy. I was like, yes, go Akira, go.
Yeah, I won in India, now flying over to Thailand to fight this Muay Thai guy called Sagat. I thought about you right away. It's cool. Did you guys ever see that King of Kong documentary?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but everyone, like, when I talk to people about Buck Hunter, they're like, I should watch the King of Kong. Yeah.
Absolutely. I have no interest in video games, no interest in, it's nothing that never really appealed to me.
Yeah.
But the documentary was so well made, and
Really?
you root for this guy so much.
Yeah.
And I'm from the villain in the documentary is this guy, Billy. I'm from the same part in Florida that he lives, and his whole restaurant, like Hollywood, Florida. That's where I'm from.
Oh, wow. Billy
So
Mitchell.
I see that guy. I would see him a lot.
Oh, shit.
And you would be like, oh, that's the crazy guy with the video games. It's like he was a local celebrity, but it was more of like he thinks he's a local celebrity, so you kind of make fun of him. But it's such a good documentary because it had such a good villain versus good guy, and he gets screwed and he does it again, yay, and then this and that. But it was really cool. And he had that guy Billy had an amazing quote in the movie that gets really under. I didn't think anyone noticed it, but he said, "When you're not the lead dog, the view never changes.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, fuck.
I remember that. Yeah.
That's a really good quote.
Yeah.
And I have it in I have a whole little notepad of quotes in my phone. It's like on the top because it's, you got to work for the shit you want. And if things are going to change in your life, you got to work for them.
You got to move that hot sauce around.
He fronts that hot sauce hard.
Yeah. Is it
really,
good?
It's really good. No, it is really good.
I love hot sauce, man. I got to try it out.
What's
I
your
made
favorite?
my own
What?
for the first time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I belong to a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture. If people don't know what it is, it's you pay a local farm at the beginning of the growing season, X amount of dollars, and every week you go to like your meeting point and you just get a box of
Fuck yeah.
the most local, usually organic, just like what's in season food, like produce.
That's amazing.
It's awesome.
I want to do
I
that.
paid like $450 or maybe $600 from May to November every week, like more veggies and fruits than I can
Every
use.
week?
Yeah, fucking awesome.
Whoa.
And you never know what you're
That's
gonna get.
awesome. So you pay that one amount for that entire time period?
Yeah,
It's been potatoes for 6 months. What are you doing?
No, it's great. So 1 week we got just a ton of Scotch bonnet peppers, which is super, super hot. It's right up there. And I was like, what the fuck do I do with all these? I was like, make hot sauce. So I looked it up.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
That's great. How was it?
That's awesome.
it's good.
Did you name it Buck Hunter Ninja's fucking hot sauce?
Yes, that's just my face on it.
That's great.
Yeah, really good. It's kind of mustard and vinegar based, but yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
I love the smoke. I love the flavor of hot sauce, but I have such a weak palate for hot sauce.
Do you?
Yeah, like I love to try them, but it's like I can't eat that. I have really sensitive tongue. I don't know what the fuck it is, but yeah, I love Cholula and what else? El Yucateque. I can't remember. I've seen there's a few.
The green or the red?
The red.
Yeah,
I never did well with the green ones,
right.
but they're really good.
Yeah,
That's cool. You made your own hot sauce. Fuck.
yeah. It's real easy.
It always seems
simple.
like cool things like that. Everyone's not everyone, but I might be a little tentative to try things. But then when you do, you're like, oh, that was really
Just
easy.
if you fuck up, you fuck up. That's it.
You have a
And
box full of
that's the
peppers.
worst thing that happens, you fuck up.
Yeah, I've been learning that because I've been doing a lot more cooking at home,
Yeah.
and I've been mostly sticking to the stuff I already knew how to cook, the simple stuff.
Yeah.
But like,
and you're vegan?
yeah. And I've been trying to branch out a little more, trying different vegetables I've never cooked before. I never cooked asparagus before. Even though I've eaten, things I've eaten before, but I've never cooked for myself.
Well, dude, join a CSA. It's the best way to just push yourself cooking wise because you don't know what you're gonna get.
And you have to
and
get
then
inventive.
you'll be like, what do I do with this I don't even know what this is. It's kohlrabi, and then like you look up a recipe or whatever, and then
That's
just try
great.
your hand at it.
I'm definitely gonna look into that because I had it,
And it's healthier.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
what's growing right then.
and it's local. which is fucking
It's helping a
huge.
local farmer. Yeah.
That's crazy. Most people don't think about the impact of bringing in produce from other countries, and it's like that's a lot of fucking gas.
It is.
No one thinks about
that is a huge deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate because there's so many local farmers that they don't get the same opportunity because they're not in supermarkets.
Right.
We all go to supermarkets to get our food, but there's all these people that are making quality food, but we don't get to them.
Yeah.
So that's I'm definitely gonna look into that.
Yeah. It's like a farmer market, but every
Delivered.
week. Yeah.
But you meet up for it.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really good.
When is the next like a buck hunter competition? What is this?
So that's qualifiers end on
qualifiers.
Sunday.
Can we come watch? Is it a thing like that?
Not for qualifiers. For
Okay.
the championships, that's fun to watch.
Excuse me.
But that's in Chicago this year.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. This year, and we've had like Travis Pastrana's a competitive buck hunter player. He's
Really?
been
Oh, really?
last two or three
That
world
motherfucker
champions.
is competitive in everything.
Yeah, Pastrana fucking he bet $1,000 that I would win the whole thing last year, and he lost $1,000.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
you ever thought about doing real hunting to help your buck hunting?
No, I'm not. I'm just waiting for the apocalypse.
Yeah.
To try those skills.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Man,
I'm sorry, guys. Jesus.
That's all right.
Water down the wrong hole. I'm drinking it through my nose.
Every time
It's not helping.
I heard that, I'd have
My butt. Thank you,
2 or 3
Danny.
nickels.
We got to get Danny a little mic.
We do, yeah. That would be awesome.
But you have to stay back there.
I think it's just better if he screams from back there.
yes.
Yeah.
So there's this. I know, Diego. I know you love documentaries. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say that you're a fan of documentaries as well. But there's this really great website that gets updated daily, and they post free documentaries.
What?
It's
Nice.
fucking awesome.
What's it called?
It's through Reddit. It's a subreddit. It's if you just go to www.http.
Oh, come on. What the fuck are you doing? You don't need to do that anymore.
It's reddit.com/r/documentaries. And they're just amazing, amazing, amazing documentaries on there. And Reddit is a global community. So people post documentaries from all over the world. So if you're ever, like, sometimes if I ever have downtime sitting at home, I'm like, oh, let's pop on a documentary.
Like full length or shorts or all kinds of
full length,
like old
and
school
shorts.
one, like old ones, new ones.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy how many there are. And there's just so many. And then you can even search within that site. So if you're looking for a particular topic, you can search that topic, and I'll bring up documentaries about that topic. And there's some really great ones, and a lot of them are streaming like 1080, so you can plug it into your TV, and it's like really great shots. But there was getting back to that, the King of Kong. There's another one, a Street Fighter documentary that was kind of the same kind of shot in like the same way. There's it's a lot of people that compete in it, but there are these two guys that they're like the two best. There's like the best American guy and the best Japanese guy, and everybody knows the Japanese players are the best players.
Wait, that's real. So like in Street Fighter, there's a best American dude and a best Japanese dude.
Yeah, well,
it's like Ken and Ryu. It's like the same.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, but it just so happened that the best player in the world is an American guy, and like the best player in the world is this. Number one is Japanese. Yeah. Number two is America.
I don't like that.
You say you don't like it?
I don't like that. USA number one in everything.
But so there's this crazy scene. It's like the final competition, right? And the Japanese player is getting beat. He has no energy left. For all those of you listening who aren't familiar with Street Fighter, you have a fighter, and then you have an energy meter, and it goes every time you get hit, it goes down. So the Japanese dude, he gets his name is Daigo. He has no energy, right? And there's a move that you can do. It's a technique you can do in the game, but he does it in such a way that he does it, and like everyone goes nuts. And at the end, they interview everyone, and everyone's just like, I didn't know you could do that. Like, he did this thing in such a way and did this, like, it's like a simple technique. It's not even a super move. It's a technique that every character can do. It's a type of block. Mm-hmm. It's like you parry a hit, but instead of holding back on the controller to like block the attack, you press forward into the attack, and you have to time it just right so that you don't take damage from it. So it's like you're parrying a punch or a parrying kick or whatever. But he was playing against Chun-Li, and for those of you familiar with Street Fighter, Chun-Li does this special move where she throws like
a girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, yeah. You dial in this like fucking combo, and she does this like 20 hit combo, and she's doing like all these kicks like super fast. And this dude's like, oh, I got him, and he does the super move, and then Daigo starts parrying each one of those. Like wow. I mean, it moves so fast. He has to like count pixels to like to be able to parry it that fast, because he's going into the attack, and these kicks are coming. So
he's got perfect timing.
Yeah, and he's just like So the way they have it shot is you see him with his arcade stick, and then you see the shot of the audience, and then a shot of the game that's happening, and you see the two dudes playing, and Justin, the American guy, he's sitting there, he's like doing the thing, and he's like, he thinks he's got it. And he takes his hand off of the controller and just like sits there and just like looks. Meanwhile, Daigo is just like sitting there like parrying each one of these things, like timing it perfectly as they're coming in so fucking fast. And then to top it all off, he does a super move at the end of it and beats the guy.
Wow.
And everybody just like loses their shit. And it's crazy. And the whole time, the Japanese dude, he's just calm. He like when they interview him, he's like,
well, you gotta be. That's how.
So I'm gonna play. He's saying this in Japanese, of course. So let's play some Street Fighter today, and hopefully take home the win. And then afterwards, like everyone's losing. I'm like, oh my god, it's madness! What just happened? He's like, well, I just parried a couple of kicks and decided to use this technique that I've been working on. And that's it.
Jesus.
There's like no emotion in this kid.
The people who are like top, like echelon at video games like that, or just gaming, it's kind of mind blowing. I don't know if you guys saw that Tetris. The dude did it. He rocks Tetris in like a minute or something. He does this whole thing. It looks like it's sped up. It looks like it's in fast motion. And it's just mind blowing. Just like completely, like, how do you fucking do that?
That's crazy, the amount of not even expertise, but the high level of stuff that people are able to get at with video games. I almost feel like they reach a point where I'm like, oh, you could really be putting this much effort into something that's a little more healthy or helpful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say it's a waste because it makes people happy, or, you release stress, or you are, in your case, you're with other people. That's cool. I don't know. It's just different, I guess.
I think it's crazy that the things that people can get good at. There are people who are good at stacking cups.
Yeah, that's a fucking thing now.
People can get good at some crazy shit.
Yeah.
We are weird fucking animals, man.
Yeah.
Like there's, I saw a video of this like little girl like stacking cups, and I was like, what? Like I just can't imagine what got her started. Like be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna spend some time practicing.
I met a world champion. I guess I don't know what do you call him, but like cup stacker.
Yeah.
And it was at Passenger Bar in Williamsburg, and she was just like this she's super hot model, and like I looked her up because she was super hot.
Yeah,
and then
just be honest about it.
And then it was like it came up that she was like a world champion cup stacker.
That's so
Like, that's
in between shoots. I spend my time stacking cups.
Stacking caps, son. Sounds like something a rapper would say.
That's
Shoot
great.
a lot of people.
It's cool. I find it really people have like multiple
I respect it.
things
It's
like that where
great.
they're really good.
Yeah.
Like you're an amazing photographer, and you also have this buck hunter thing.
I'm a
that's-
lazy photographer. Let's get that straight.
That's-
I don't
you
do
stand still.
anything. Everyone else takes the photo.
Well, you're just smarter.
I
than
just
they are.
drink and watch people take the photo.
It's the American way.
Huh?
Let them do the work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that American?
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Will Smith is really good at Rubik's Cube.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
that's the pattern though. Anyone can be good at Rubik's cube. It's a pattern.
That's also impressive though. Like the speed
Yeah.
associated with that.
I remember this guy I knew was able to do it, and I was like, "Wow, that's really cool." He's like, "Oh, it's just a number. You just have to remember this number." And like he was doing it, explaining it. He's like, "Mix it up however you want."
Yeah.
Mix it up for like 10 minutes. He's like 6-3-3-6-7-1. And he's like, "Boom, there you go." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus." And I feel stupid. And
Yeah.
that's cool. I can hear Danny in the bathroom. That's
Yeah,
nice. I
little
hope you
Dan-
guys can hear that.
Little Danny Waterfall.
Now he should be mic'd. It'll be like
Yeah.
it's seen in Naked Gun.
I love that. Those movies are so
I
great.
revisited Naked Gun a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Netflix. It's fucking great. It's held up so well.
Yeah, it
The
really
jokes are
does.
just great jokes.
Yeah.
I tried to
And
revisit.
Nielsen is just tops.
Yeah. Leslie Nielsen's awesome.
Yeah.
I tried to revisit Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure recently.
Yeah.
And
How was that?
It does not hold up.
No.
Not
Really?
one bit.
Oh.
I don't know.
What a surprise.
I was really into it when I was a kid, but
Yeah.
it was. I don't know what it was. Something about it. I was like, that just didn't work.
They had a Bill and Ted cereal I was really into.
Bill and Ted's cereal.
Yeah, they had a cereal. I remember. And I remember if you cut the back of the box out correctly and folded it, you could make the little phone booth.
Which is like
nice.
a TARDIS
Yeah.
from Doctor Who.
Was that it was a phone booth that?
It was a phone booth, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
God.
That
George Carlin drove it.
George Carlin, man, how crazy is that?
Yeah, no.
He did so many things that weren't comedic.
Yeah.
He did that, and he did that Thompson's the train show. Did you ever see that show?
No.
It was like a kids show on like PBS, and it was about the little Thompson trains, but the trains with the faces in front of them. Thomas. Sorry. Thank you, Dave. The Thomas trains, and he was like a little fairy, a little fairy engineer. He was a little engineer. He'd pop up out of nowhere and like explain the lesson of the day, and it'd just go away.
It's like
multi-talented guy.
Yeah, like the thing from the Flintstones.
Oh, Kazoo.
Kazoo, yeah, like that basically.
That's like what's the Morpheus is Cowboy Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
What's that actor's name?
Oh,
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Porn daughter. Porn daughter.
Porn daughter.
His daughter does porn.
Wow.
He's really bummed about it.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Little Morpheus. That should be her name.
What was your point?
That he's not a comedian.
Oh, okay.
But he's an actor and he does other stuff. I mean, it's kind of like Pee-wee's Big Adventure or Pee-wee's Playhouse is kind of along the same lines.
Yeah.
Of a little kid's show.
Mm-hmm. Have you been watching Being Mike Tyson?
No. I need to check it out though.
It's really good.
Huh.
It's again, I'm a huge Tyson fan, but it's on Fox Sports 1. It's like a new sports channel for Fox, and basically just following him around and like talking to him and stuff, and him talking about his daughter that died and him crying about it. And then that sounded rude. Him crying, talking about his daughter that passed. And also he goes and hangs out with not Holyfield.
Maybe.
Yeah, Holyfield.
Bit his ear.
Yeah. They're hanging out and stuff, and Evander's selling his hot sauce, which we should try.
Oh shit, we should try that.
But it was a good show. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, Tyson's another one of those people that just fascinates me. You know, he's just what a dude, man.
Yeah.
Just the shit that he would do. Like, I mean, have you ever seen pictures of him with? He had a tiger, and he had a tiger on a leash.
Oh, that's right.
Play with his tiger
In the pool, just hanging out with my tiger.
Who the fuck does that? I mean, I guess if you're Mike Tyson, I guess that's who does it. But yeah, that dude was nuts, man.
He's lived a life that 99.999 of us will never do or understand or be able to live in the same shoes that he did.
Yeah,
it's really crazy to be the baddest man in the world, the most feared human being on the planet to a degree.
Yeah,
he wasn't shooting people, but
and he was like 21.
He's 21,
and also a rapist.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He went to jail for it. I don't think he did it.
Okay.
But I wasn't there. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just a fan.
Right.
My favorite female fighter retired. I'm a little sad about it. Mega Mugu Fuji.
Oh shit! The S1 fighter.
You made up that name.
No, well, her nickname is Megumi Fuji. Just fucking legend.
She was S1 fighter, right?
I don't know if she was S1.
Or I think she did S1.
She might have done it
a couple times.
Yeah. She's all over the place, but she's
an MMA fighter. But,
yeah.
But yeah, I think she did. She competed in a couple of the S Cup tournaments.
Oh yes, I saw one of the things she did. Yeah, she retired. She was going to have a retirement fight, and she gets eye poked twice in one round, and had to call the fight.
Yeah,
it's a huge bummer to end your career on that. But
yeah,
legend. Had some great fights.
Yeah, she was great. But
where do you train?
I train in Williamsburg at Williamsburg MMA. Come check us out.
Where is that?
It's on, you know where McCarran Park is? Mm-hmm. The Automotive High School? Mm-hmm. We're behind it.
Okay. By Gutter?
Yeah, basically, like 1 block north of Gutter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cool gym. Do jiu-jitsu and... Huh?
One of my favorite fighters used to be a bartender. I don't know, maybe he still bartends there sometimes. Was a bartender at Gutter.
At Gutter?
Yeah.
Who?
Brett Hlavacek or Hlavacek. I'm pronouncing.
Is that that big dude?
Yeah.
The shaved head?
No.
I don't know. It isn't.
He. I'm totally butchering his name, but yeah, he's a Thai boxer out of. He fights out of Phil Nurse's school, the Watt.
Oh,
okay. But he fought in the Glory tournament.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah, he won. I don't think he won the whole thing, but he won one of the legs of the tournament.
Nice.
Which is awesome because it's good for It's good for New York Muay Thai. It's good for East Coast Muay Thai. It's cool to have a local guy, coming out and
Absolutely.
representing like that.
It sucks when how there's colleges that hate each other, like football teams. The college they always hate is the one that's closest to them.
Yeah.
Like when I grew up in Florida, like Florida State hates
Right.
University of Florida.
Regional rivalry.
Yeah, it's like, that's kind of silly. You guys should be friends. Why are you so like? I know it's a stupid way of thinking, but that same mentality for New York and New York City. It's like we should all be kind of competitive to a point, but understanding that we're in the boat of martial arts.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be Muay Thai versus Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu versus. It should be more of thinking martial arts versus non-martial arts and trying to get everyone to do martial arts. Instead of
martial arts versus non-martial arts, I'm gonna say martial arts wins.
I agree. I put my money on martial arts.
Martial arts has a skill set to.
That'd be a great show.
I like just a martial top of the line martial artist versus someone who doesn't know martial art.
Yeah, it's like
some Korean grocer
pummels
a 5-year-old.
Yeah, you're killing him.
47-0. We did it again.
Yeah. Did you guys? I'm on this documentary kick because I just recently found this site.
You love documentaries.
I do, man. And it kind of ties in with the reality show idea.
Mm-hmm.
There was this dude who was like back in like 2000, early 2000s, around the time when like Real World was like kind of,
Kicking?
I guess, yeah, like when Real World was like kicking before it was like so formulaic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But speaking of that, like have you guys ever walked past like the first Real World house? It's down in Soho. It's like
no.
It's above where the new EMS is.
No, wait.
Eastern Mountain Sports.
Yeah. No, REI.
I know where REI is.
REI on Houston.
No, there is on Broadway. There's
oh yes, I do.
The
yes,
EMS there is on like right on that corner. Mm-hmm. Above that is that's where those kids lived for the first Real World. Yeah,
really.
That was their loft.
That's so funny.
But yeah. So there's this.
Does the building have one of those plaques for like a historical, city historical building?
It's got a little spaceman, like old school MTV spaceman. But yeah, there's this documentary about this dude who in England, who he had this idea for a reality show, and he said, he told all these people that it was greenlit, that it was a go. So got all these people, and like they didn't know what it was, but they knew. But they signed these people signed contracts to show up at this particular spot to begin shooting this documentary. Mm-hmm. And they were told not to bring any money. It was going to be for a whole year. So people left their jobs, left their families. Some people who were, in the middle of leases for apartments, they left their apartments. They get there and they find out everything's bullshit. The guy's like, all right, well, we haven't really shot a pilot yet.
Jesus.
And we haven't it's not really going to be on a network, but the idea of it is that you guys have 1 year. They're split into like, 3 or 4 teams. Like the whole idea is for each team to make $1 million in a year. And then whichever team makes the $1 million gets $100,000. That was his idea for the TV show. So these people are like,
dumbest thing ever.
Super, super bummed out and like, are you fucking shitting me? But the documentary goes from there. And
what?
Yeah, it's insane.
So wait, you make $1 million, but you don't get to keep the $1 million?
No, you get $100,000
for making $1 million.
Yeah, they're like teams of like I think it was like 4 or 5 people. Like,
yeah.
I think maybe 3 or 4 teams. I can't remember the exact numbers, but yeah, $1 million over a course of a year per team, and each person on that team only gets $100,000.
No, that's a great business plan.
Fuck yeah, it is.
You make me $1 million.
Like Ben Ed Goodco should do that. Like, oh, you made $200 in tips. Here's $10.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's what you get.
Yeah,
go home.
It was crazy. It was one of those weird documentaries where you see the type of person that kind of behaves like that. The dude that's running it.
Yeah,
and he's.
What, the kind of dude who makes terrible reality shows?
Yeah, wait. This is a documentary based on this guy making a documentary?
Making a reality show. It's a documentary.
Who's filming it? Like, is it him filming himself, or is it like an outsider perspective of the people?
No, it's the camera people, because he hired camera people. So it's the actual footage that was supposed to be the show, but it kind of unfolds into people being like, whoa, what the fuck?
Great. That's almost like the Queen of Versailles documentary.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you haven't seen that one?
Andy's bathroom.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go for it.
So The Queen of Versailles, which was one of my favorite documentaries of the release of recent, is a documentary based on this family. I can't remember their name, but they're like with the biggest timeshare owners. So he's rich as fuck, and they decide to build a big house, and they end up building the biggest house in the country. When they called it Versailles.
Oh, okay.
And it's huge. Like I can't like when they were describing what the house was going to entail, it almost sounded like a joke. Like, oh, it's gonna have 2 tennis courts, fucking tons of shit. I don't even remember. Like 13 bathrooms, ridiculous.
That's insane.
And but they're filming the documentary of making the house in 2008, and then the recession hits.
Oh shit.
And they go from being extremely rich to like, still rich, but like they got to cut back.
Yeah.
They never get to move in. They didn't move into Versailles. And like now they have to like, they can't get limo. Like they have to rent cars and like not take private jets anywhere, but it's really cool.
But she's still like, she has a hard time with like spending, right?
She can't change her like thinking to go, like they go rent a car at Hertz.
Yeah.
And she's signing the papers and she's like, okay, what's my driver's name?
Yeah.
And the audacity and the guy's face that works at Hertz is like, you're the driver. And it's like, okay. And it was weird because your initial response is to hate her and like, oh, you dumb bitch, but like, or dumb whatever, sorry. But she's nice in a way, she's just kind of clueless, So you don't hate her. It's weird.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I saw a trailer for that. I need to check it out.
It's cool. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's weird perspective into real wealthy people that I'm not wealthy.
Have any beer?
Danny might. Danny got a beer? Yeah. No.
Can I have?
No. Danny has alcohol.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man. Seeing like just like the way those people think.
Yeah.
Like, getting to a point where it's just like there's like that much of a disconnect.
Mm-hmm. And the father figure, the dad, the CEO of the company, he never looked happy. He never looked like he was enjoying himself. He never looked relaxed. He was constantly with a phone in his ear, constantly stressed and yelling. And it's like, oh, that's not good to go that much into it, to be that rich.
What are you guys talking about?
The Queen of Versailles.
Oh.
Documentary.
I haven't seen it.
It's cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. But yeah, we were just talking about how it's about like ultra rich people.
Yeah.
And how they like it was like 2008, right before the recession hit. Then it hits, and then they can maybe only have 10 bathrooms instead of 13 bathrooms inside of their house.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it's just talking about how people that are like that so far removed and like that far, have that much wealth. They're still never really happy. Like it's weird seeing that because you get to I guess, I mean, I'm assuming you get to a point where it's not you already have all the things. Yeah. So it becomes a pursuit of, collecting more and more wealth. And there's always going to be more wealth because wealth is an illusion. So, or like monetary wealth is an illusion. So there's always going to be more. So you're never going to have enough. You're never going to fill that fucking hole. So you're like constantly like on this like, little mouse wheel, hamster wheel. Yeah. Yeah. And they're just never really happy because how many fucking Laserdisc players can you have?
Is that a rhetorical question?
No.
How many can you have, dude?
I don't know.
No.
2.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, you just get to a point where you just have all the shit and you're just like...
Yeah. There's different kinds of wealth too. So, material wealth definitely... what you're saying, you just can't have enough. But...
you're wealthy in hair.
Huh?
You're wealthy in hair.
I'm hair wealthy. Again, I'm just lazy. Just the theme of my life is just general malaise. I was in Mali, in West Africa, shooting, documenting the gift economy there. Mm-hmm. So people there, largely get by just gifting to each other, like giving gifts, like not barter, where there's no expectation of reciprocity.
Return? Uh-huh.
Yeah, It's just like, if you need this, I'll give it to you.
Huh.
You need this. And they believe that, when you give a gift, it creates, they believe that everyone's connected by a thread, like this rope. And when you give to someone else, it strengthens that connection.
Okay.
And Malians are largely impoverished, but they're not poor at all. They were the most happy, wealthy people I've met. It's beautiful, And that's what's great about this neighborhood, to be honest with you. Like, Williamsburg, for all the shit it gets, reputation-wise, and like all the hipster talk, it's an actual neighborhood. People take care of each other.
Yeah.
I remember when I first came in here, or started living here, I heard about some dude who got hit by a car while he was riding his bike, and just instantly there's benefits at bars left and right.
Absolutely.
Like, people show up, you fucking throw $5 in, you don't know the dude, but people would do it anywhere. It's great.
That was a
It's
DJ.
kind of awesome, huh?
Was it the DJ? That guy?
No, but
Oh, okay.
that's also a case. Jonathan Tobin.
Yeah. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
That's great, yeah. Because I definitely think that Williamsburg does get a bad rap. But
It does. But it's, it's uber creative out here, and people, I don't know, people know each other. There's a familiarity here.
Yeah. I mean, we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, fuck. I mean, if I was still in Virginia, I wouldn't be doing this. And
True.
This would not have been able to happen.
Richmond's pretty creative, though.
I mean, it is, but I was just talking about, like, to the degree that we've done. Not that, we're like super huge, but I mean, just like the connections that we, like, the people we've met, the people we've had a chance to have discussions with. I don't think that it would have been possible in Virginia.
Yeah.
Not like this.
Yeah.
You can do stuff, but just not like.
Yeah. Well, the Self-Portrait Project wouldn't be what it is today without Williamsburg and the people who've done it
Yeah,
here.
absolutely. Yeah, and in like, I mean, like in Northern Virginia.
Yeah.
Like,
oh God, I don't know. Yeah.
it would have been something totally different.
Yeah.
If anything at all.
Yeah. Nova's a total different beast.
Yeah. It's like strip malls and.
Yeah, but where I grew up was really, really rich, very privileged. When you talk about wealth, like you were talking, not on the same level of like,
The Queen of Versailles.
unlimited disc.
Laser discs.
Yeah. No,
But
just
like,
lasers.
I went to Langley High School, which is like CIA. Literally, we would run to the CIA for gym class, and like it was a public school, but my classmates were senators' sons and congressmen's daughters and like Secret Service agents' sons and shit. And,
Crazy.
Wow.
and the student parking lot was filled with like Range Rovers and Mercedes and Lexuses, and then like you see the teacher parking lot, it's all like lemons. Definitely like got a skewed view. All like wealthy suburbs. Yeah.
That's crazy growing up over there. I can't even imagine that.
Yeah.
Well, from all the Bourne movies I've watched, I've seen a lot of clips of Langley, Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Homeland.
But yeah.
Show.
Yeah. I got sick as soon as I got back from Haiti, and I just went through all the Homelands, watched like 24 episodes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like last time I went home to visit my parents, I'd watched maybe like 1 or 2 episodes, and I showed an episode to my dad, and he was like, "Oh, this is a good show." And we ended up staying up like all night, like eating snacks, watching like I ended up just like, well, I don't want to say how I got them, but I paid for them on the internet, and we just watched like all those episodes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a good show.
It is.
I haven't gotten into it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those.
The
for
first
me,
season was better
Yeah,
than.
I mean I think I got out of it what I needed to get out of it. Like it was like,
Claire Danes, she cries too much.
Yeah,
She cries, and this is not exaggeration. Like at least 3 times per episode per show.
Wow.
It's like the amount of times that Lena Dunham takes her shirt off and girls.
Way too much.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Way too much.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it was one of those shows that it was so good and so engaging for what it was, but I think I don't really care about it anymore. Yeah, I had that experience. It's almost like for me, it's like, you know, when you read a good book, sometimes you might go back and reread it if it's really, really good, but like it's you know, it's got a beginning, middle, and end, and they tie it up, and that's it, and that's the experience.
Yeah.
And even though it's a show that they left open ended for it to, like, you know, for it to come back for more for season 3, but I'm just kind of like,
You're just done with it.
yeah, it was what it was, and it was good. It was good for what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just like Breaking Bad, people. I didn't watch that either, but people just
It's fucking
rave
awesome.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
I'm jealous that you haven't seen it. I wish I had not
So I
seen
could
it,
watch
so I
all.
could go through. It's fucking great.
That was
Seriously, it's really, really.
All right, cool.
a phenomenal show. Did
Yeah.
you watch the last episode?
Yeah, what it's just like all a dream in his head. And no,
This is a joke.
Dumbledore dies in the last episode.
No.
Luke Skywalker is Chewbacca's father. That's the twist
Yeah.
that M. Night Shyamalan brought to the table.
M. Night. The twist is M. Night Shyamalan is in the finale.
Yeah. Yeah, that show was great, man. Good stuff. So yeah, when's the I don't know, when are you setting up the project anywhere? anytime soon, or?
So I've got a permanent thing at Passenger Bar. I just installed a thing at there's this art space called Here Now. It's a pop-up shop that some of my friends from Portland, they raised $23,000 on Kickstarter to do.
Holy shit.
We've got a month-long kind of residency in the space. It's on First Street between First and Second Avenue, and they just have like jam-packed calendar of events, artists coming in left and right. It's called Here Now. And I've installed a little self-portrait project there. Got a show there on the 19th, but really priority with the project is just keeping going with the Haiti stuff. So, I mean, I'm learning as I go about Haiti, about, you know, I mean, this is the crux of everything, having this media and trying to actually change things for like thousands of people is, yeah, I mean, so, you know, I'm not sure exactly what our strategy is right now, but I'm meeting with people who've done that before, like Amnesty International this week. I've got a meeting, this group Witness, who does stuff like that. So Haiti's number one. Working on the iPhone app, getting that out is key too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are you planning on going back to Haiti?
I'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if we can get the funding to go back, we will.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So where can people look you up on the internet?
Selfportraitproject.com, or you can just Google search Self Portrait Project. It's the first thing that comes up.
You got a Facebook page too.
Yep.
As well. And, are you on Twitter at all?
Yep. Twitter, Self Portrait P. It's the same as our Instagram, Self Portrait P. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I guess we're
Yeah.
wrapping on up.
Fantastic.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks guys for having me on.
Of
Yeah,
course.
that
This
was
is great.
awesome.
You just kind of hang out and just talk
Yeah,
Yeah.
shoot
about
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
We don't have the man breathing down our neck telling us what to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say balls and
All those words.
Poop. Nice.
So good luck
Thanks.
on the region. Well, what is it called?
The World Championships.
The World Championships.
Yeah.
You should
The
print
qualifiers.
shirts.
Print
You should.
shirts.
Yeah,
You
to
should.
support your trip.
Oh.
That'd be really cool. If it's just your face with a gun, with a buck hunter gun or
Yeah.
something.
Well, I was gonna make one for my buddy, and it would say "nuts for butts, freak for beaks, nuts for butts," and on the front it's a deer face, and then it's a bear butt on the back.
All right.
Freak for beaks, nuts for butts.
Okay. Well, yeah, if it'll help, I'll buy one.
It looks really good in my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, most things do. Cool.
But yeah.
Thank you guys.
Cool.
You can do the outro.
okay, yeah. Just gonna.
What? Oh
What?
yeah, Cornell and I are fighting next week.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
On
Yeah, so-
Saturday.
Against each other?
No,
Come on.
that'd be fun. Maybe one day we'll do a sparring session.
Yeah. Oh, videotape. Yeah,
Yeah,
for the
maybe.
YouTube page.
That we haven't done yet.
Yep.
So yeah, we're fighting next week. I'm fighting in New Jersey, and Cornell, you're fighting in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
If you're in Brooklyn, you want to come, I'll post the link of where you can come to my fight, or if you want, Cornell's thing. Cool. So if you see us, wish us luck, and don't offer us any cookies because I'm starving.
Yeah, I'm hungry as well. Damn it.
Want some beer?
Jesus, I wish, man. I wish. But yeah, so yeah, Diego, everyone can find you on Twitter at Diego Lopez. It's LOWPEZ.
Whoa.
Lopez. What?
Weird.
Yeah.
With a W?
That's not really my name, but yeah, that's
Okay.
the only way to get Diego Lopez without having
Oh,
to
there
put
was
771 after it.
Yeah, okay.
because the soccer players, right?
Because of goddamn soccer players. So
And
many of them.
The real Diego Lopez.
And I am at Cornell Ward on Twitter. So yeah, look us up, follow us, walkingalonenyc.com. Yeah. Oh, also, if you need anything from On It, go to walkingalonenyc.com, click on the banner ad, pick yourself up some Alpha Brain, some Shroom Tech Immune, Shroom Tech Sport. It'll put you a little gas in your tank. It's awesome. It's good shit, good products. They also make kettlebells.
They do. They
They
make
look
good
like
ones.
monkeys.
Those
So,
are cool.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
With like the arms are.
No, just that'd be hard to hold like.
Okay.
Contoured.
Like,
Yeah, because they're balanced like really well. So
Yeah,
so you can
that's the smart thing because they've made those like demon bells.
Yeah.
But I've held some. They don't feel right.
they feel weird,
They
don't
feel like
they?
they're going forward.
Yeah, yeah.
So this actually put the effort of making the kettlebell balanced so when you do it, it doesn't feel janky.
Yeah. But yeah, so thanks for listening, guys.
So see you soon. Thank you so much.